Welcome to Out of Continues, episode 297. This is a weekly podcast. What's up every Monday and on outofcontinues.com as an MP3, or it goes up before that on youtube.com/outofcontinues as a video, in which we talk about video games and related topics. But for you listeners out there, y'all know who it is. Your host, Stafa. But for those of you who don't know who it is, your host, Stafa. And today with me is Ali.
Hey guys,
Prince Ali. And
fabulous is he.
today's sponsor on today's episode has been brought to you by CVS. Right over here. CVS, where you can get all your pharmaceuticals at a neighborhood CVS near you.
Oh, it's weird because it was cut off on my screen, but I widened the video until it finally showed.
Well, it's gonna show for the people on YouTube because it's not gonna cut off.
Yeah.
CVS. So, anyways, this week's episode segments will include our main topic, which will be Paris Week. And it's not called Paris Week. It's like Paris Games Week or something like that. Yeah. And after that, we got an announcement, and after that, we got one news or a few news. Anyways, let's keep rolling. And just want to quickly mention that all opinions expressed on the show are of our own and not of our employers, whether past, present, or future. Future is big and hollow. That's why there's a big echo.
That explains a lot.
All right, so let's start talking about the Paris Week. So there's a lot of announcements. Where to begin? Where do you want to begin?
I mean, I guess the best place to start is the pre-show.
I didn't watch the show.
So you don't watch any of it?
No, I just I looked at the recap that GameSpot put, and I clicked on each of the links and looked at all the trailers.
Okay.
So I didn't really watch the show.
Oh, that's fine. I mean, if you watched all the trailers, that's good enough.
So what was in the pre-show?
So the pre-show, they were like, you should watch it. It'll have a bunch of new game announcements, that sort of thing. Mm-hmm. Honestly, I think they should have merged the two together to have it all, But anyway, so they announced a lot of indie games in the pre-show, and I was kind of surprised. For example, I think one of the first things they showed was Guacamelee 2.
And it looks like Guacamelee.
It does look like Guacamelee, which is good because I love Guacamelee.
When I watched that trailer, I was like, yeah! And then as I'm watching, I'm like, man, I now have so many memories about how hard that game was.
I loved that game. I enjoyed playing it on the harder difficulties too. So it just played so well. It was one of my favorite games.
I'll never forget when we played at PAX. First of all, there are a bunch of the studios, like the developers, all Canadian. So we got all these Canadians wearing cowboy hats and sombreros, which is completely un-Canadian.
Yep.
And then once you beat the demo, which they changed the ending of the demo for compared to how that level ends in the game. Mm-hmm. They put this little Mexican dude with a giant sombrero and a poncho, and he tells you something about the princesses in another castle, or I can be your princess.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
that was pretty good. But anyways,
yeah, back to the pre-show. So yeah, I thought that was a really good way just to start the pre-show, because I mean, they did say don't miss it, but having that big of a reveal at the beginning of it was a way for them to say, hey, we mean it, watch it. So
Is it
Um,
really that big of a reveal? I mean, like it's a good indie game, but like, is it a huge reveal?
I mean, I don't know. I mean, it was something that was
I
not
think for certain people it's a big reveal,
for me.
but
It's
for
a big
like,
reveal.
yeah, but for like the masses, it's probably not as big of a reveal.
Yeah, I mean, Drinkbox has been a really good partner for with Sony. So seeing this reveal is, especially with no prior hints of a sequel being in the works, I think it's really cool. So,
Yeah, I mean, I don't want to downplay Guacamelee at all. I mean, I love the game,
mhm.
great game, but like as far as like saying it's a big reveal, I mean, like something like, I don't know, a new, I don't know, Jack and Daxter game, that would be a big reveal.
I suppose so.
But
um, but yeah, so there's that. I actually don't remember all the stuff that was in the pre-show, like what order they came in.
mhm.
Um,
The only order I have is what like the stuff that GameSpot has listed off on the this article I put in
yeah,
the.
I don't think that was chronological.
It's definitely not chronological. I mean, like
Um,
a link to the live blog.
oh, okay. Yeah, I won't worry about it. It's not that deep. So they also showed, I think the Hong Kong massacre, which was pretty cool looking. That was in the pre-show. It was like a top-down Max Payne. People have described as John Woo style type bullet time, diving through windows type stuff. It looks really cool. I'm not sure what exactly type of gameplay it is other than top down. Don't know. Like they only showed slow motion footage, but it looks good, and I want to see more of it. So um,
I'm waiting for
that's
that to load up. I guess I didn't look at Hong Kong Massacre.
yeah.
Who made or who's working on it?
I don't know, to be honest.
Let's
Um,
see.
but yeah, that
Indie developer Vresky and Captain Rogue Production.
yeah, I'm not sure what they've worked on before. But it looks really cool. Just all sorts of physics things going on, stuff flying, people flying through windows, bullets, slow motion. I don't know.
Oh, I think I've seen this before. Like this isn't like a new reveal.
Really?
I don't think so.
This is my first time hearing about it. Um, we could.
I mean, on the GameSpot article, it's not even listed on the new reveals. It's listed as uh new game. Is it? It's
Oh,
under
I guess.
updates on existing games. So yeah,
I
this is
guess.
not.
I guess prototype trailer was announced in April. So yeah, I guess it was shown before. Um, yeah. So just I guess this is an update, an official like 1.0 reveal, I guess.
Yeah.
um, so there's that. Also, they showed, which I think was really awesome, was Spelunky 2.
Yep.
Uh,
And you get to play as Splunky's daughter.
yeah, yeah. Um, and I don't know if the trailer meant to make it look like that, but it looked like the Spelunky dude died. Either that or he's just out of the picture for some reason. But like they faded him out while standing in front of like the growing up daughter,
He went to get his pack of cigarettes.
I guess.
Never
Um,
came back.
uh, maybe the CVS wall. No, CVS doesn't have cigarettes anymore. Maybe the gas station walls shifted and he got stuck. Beep, boop, beep, boop, beep. Have you replaced Plunky?
I played a little bit.
Oh,
I didn't really get too into it.
oh, I love that game. I played so many hours of it. I was nowhere near as good as other people, but I'd say I was above average in terms of how I played it. But anyway, Spelunky 2 I think is really awesome. Um, there was hints that um, a new game was being in. Well, they said like a UFO type game was under development by their team, but no hint of Spelunky 2 being in development was made. So I think it was a good reveal.
Mm-hmm. Do you want to? I mean, since we already talked about two of the new reveals, 2 out of the 5, you want to just talk about the other 3?
Sure.
I don't know what list you're looking at that you're going down.
I'm looking at the same list.
Okay. All right. Concrete Genie.
Yeah, that looks interesting.
I would be interested in this game, but this game already exists. You can already play this game for free. It's called Beware the Bully.
Beware not the same thing, but sure.
Totally the same thing. There's
Nice,
bullies and they give wedgies.
nice self promotion right there.
The smoothest of all plugs.
Nope.
Like I just slid that right in.
The genius plug
Oh
cut
yeah,
right through.
Concrete Genie. Like apparently you play as a kid that um, draws graffiti with his imagination, and the imaginary graffiti like is his imaginary friend.
I guess I'm not sure what the story is, but seems neat. Maybe it's like puzzle based. I'm not quite sure. It looks cool. I'd have to see how it reviews that type of thing. So
Yeah, it looks too. I don't know, like
abstract from
experimental
yeah.
for me to like get hyped behind it.
Yeah, that's the thing. You got to show me more before I would be able to get, excited. That's one of those like trailers you look at and go like, huh, you know, not like a yeah,
Hmm.
not like a bad huh, just like huh, that's interesting.
Hmm.
Anyway,
The Gardens Between, which
mhm.
uh, GameSpot is describing as a Captain Toad like puzzle game. Well, but like when I saw the trailer, it reminded me more of well, not exactly of, but it looked as far as like graphics wise, it kind of reminded me of Monument Valley.
Hmm.
With
Yeah,
like
I've
the solid colors.
yeah, I've never actually played Monument Valley. Is that phone game?
Yep, it's a mobile game. It's like $5. It's pretty good.
Yeah. So it does look a little like Toad whatever adventure. I don't know what that. You said the name just now, but I don't even remember
Captain
anymore.
Toad.
Captain Toad. It does look a little like that. It seems interesting. It is another one of those games where I just go, huh, like it's not. I'm not really hyped for it, but it does look good.
Yeah, like they're all like I mean you're watching the trailer and there's like these 2 kids and they jump and then it stops and then they rewind time and then it's like control time and then it's like oh my god, I've never seen a game where you could control time before.
Never ever in my entire life.
Never. It's like, come on now. It's the way how like the trailer reveals the time rewinding thing makes it as if it's like something new and unseen before. So holy moly, you could do
Yeah.
rewind time. I don't
Yeah.
know. I mean, like, I'm not saying the trailer looks bad, but it
They
didn't
could have done it a little better.
it didn't get me excited.
Anyway, so this is probably the largest reveal out of all of them. Ghost of Tsushima,
Ghost of Tsushima.
and I think I was kind of excited when I first saw it, but I was even more excited when it showed the developer. Because I like,
Sucker Punch.
yeah, I've always liked Sucker Punch's games. They're not perfect, but I think they have great foundations, and they typically learn from their previous iterations. They kind of, improve over time. So hopefully they've learned a lot of their mistakes from Infamous.
One
Uh,
thing that I can guarantee will be in this game is that you're gonna be able to walk on these uh high wires, and you're gonna have like some sort of a long weapon that you could use to club people.
Lots of climbing, right?
Yeah, lots of climbing.
I mean, the premise of the video game is it's like I don't have it in front of me, but it was like some, I think,
Feudal Japan.
yeah, feudal Japan. I think like Mongolians or something like that attacked, and you're like a samurai, and in order to like get back at these invaders, have you switch your tactics from being a traditional samurai to something that blends among the shadows or something like that. So that makes it sound like you become a ninja. So uh, I could imagine a lot of climbing things, and as you say, balancing on things, and probably swinging some sort of weapon around. So, um,
Yep.
but yeah, it looks really good. So I'm hyped for it.
Sucker Punch is usually pretty good.
Yeah,
Um, so yeah, and graphically it looks great.
it does. They said the whole trailer was in engine. I mean, not real time, but it was using like in engine.
Yeah, in engine.
Yeah.
Just like how the Last of Us trailer was in engine.
I mean, it's using. It gives a general idea of what it looks like. It's something I think more. Um, what's the word I'm looking for? More representative of how it would look, as opposed to something like I just beat Destiny 2. Like all the cutscenes, well, not all the cutscenes, but most of the cutscenes are pre-rendered, and the
Man,
game
you
looks
already beat it and you got like last week?
it's the campaign's pretty short. And I didn't do basically any of the side stuff, so I still need to do all that. That's another time though.
I need to
Um,
catch up with you. I need to be ready with you.
exactly. Anyway, so I think it's a little more representative of what you'd likely see, as opposed to having something that's completely pre-rendered. Like Blizzard, they do a lot of pre-rendered stuff.
Yeah.
Just Bungie, their pre-rendered stuff looks ridiculous too. So, anyway, um, I think it looks good.
Which were you saying you think looks good? Last of Us? Or or
No,
because
Ghost. Sorry,
oh, okay,
I in my mind I didn't really move to the Last of Us 2 reveal yet.
okay. Because I mentioned The Last of Us being in engine, and then you said, you went on your tangent and then said
Yeah,
you think it looks good. So I just wanna,
yeah. I mean,
okay. Since
we could move
since
to
we
that though.
mentioned Last of Us, you wanna move on to that?
Sure. I
So
think
it seems that a lot of people online are criticizing this because it's just like torture porn.
yeah. It was uh, like I was watching that and I was like, geez, that's brutal. Just especially I think the whole person getting shot in the head by the arrow. I was like, okay, yeah, I've seen that a million times before. But like the whole taking a hammer to someone's arm, I was like, man,
Yeah.
that does not look pleasant at all. Um, but
One thing is for certain, that girl is jacked.
yeah, yep,
Jacked.
yep.
Like she got sweet gains.
The
You
swings.
lift, bro? Are you
Don't
swole?
don't can't skip your
Don't skip
weight
leg
training.
day.
She didn't skip arm day.
Get that swole on.
Um,
I
but
wish
yeah,
I wish I had sweet gains like that.
sweet games.
Sweet gains.
Anyway, um, like, well, I think I can understand the whole sentiment. Like, it was too violent. I think Jeff Gerstmann said it best. Like, it was, like he didn't find anything too like unreasonable about that trailer, but also considering how story focused um, The Last of Us is, the trailer didn't do much to get you really interested in the development of the characters or the story itself.
Yeah.
And
I don't know who any of those characters are.
it kind of yeah it leaned into the fact that it was like, oh, this is very brutal, and I could understand that sentiment and why people say this is like torture porn, because it doesn't really lend itself too well to it being a story driven game. It just the way it demonstrated itself in that trailer, or way it presented itself, sorry.
Yeah. I mean, like, for all I know, like that evil woman that was like the head boss of the ones that are killing,
Hmm.
like for all I know, she's not even a significant character. Like it seemed like she was going to be a significant character, but then she died like right within that trailer. So it's like do I need to invest in these characters at this point? Who
Yeah,
are
exactly. Yeah.
and it's
Yeah.
like, and the other weird thing is like, the Naughty Dog Twitter was like posting each of the characters, and it's like, this voice actor as Boom, this voice actress as Boom, and just naming them all off, and then the last one, the jacked girl, it's like this voice actress as, and then like censored name. So it's like, okay, am I supposed to like care that this person's name is censored? Like, is it going to be like a big reveal that's, oh, it's, I don't know, Joel's daughter, she actually wasn't dead. I don't know.
I, I think she was dead.
No, I'm just saying. I'm just
Yeah, I know what you
yeah.
mean, but
There's no way she's alive. But I'm just saying it's like her name is censored. Woo! It's gonna be a big reveal as to who she is.
yeah.
I don't
Anyway,
know. Like I mean, if that's what their marketing team is trying to do with the characters, like trying to get me hype behind the characters, that trailer definitely didn't get me hype behind the
no,
characters because
definitely
it's like
not.
I
No,
don't know who any of them are, and
exactly.
I don't know.
And the thing is like the way The Last of Us one was, like shown off was um just it kind of developed the world, and then like once you got into the game you got really invested in the characters, and that investment in the characters really strengthened, I think, everyone's like emotions and feelings towards the universe. But this is just it was just kind of empty in terms of that type of um, connection. So I completely agree that, am I supposed to feel, like, am I supposed to empathize with this person, whatever? I don't know them. I don't know their backstory. That's that type of stuff. So
Yeah. It didn't like help me get hyped for the game. It didn't show me like the characters that I'm already invested in. It didn't get me invested in these new characters. All it showed me was that people are fighting each other, and big surprise. I mean, they were already fighting each other with like the Fireflies and Resistance and the whatever.
everyone,
Yeah, everyone.
everyone was fighting each
The,
other
the,
already.
the Combine.
Yes, the combine was in there.
Yep.
You kill
the,
someone and then it sounds like a speaker or microphone broke.
the Free Man
Yes.
and his gravity gun.
Yep. You know what else died in that trailer?
What?
Half-Life 3. No, that died before the trailer, but just
Yeah,
saying.
that it
Anyway,
definitely did.
anyway, let's move on. Um, I think I'm just gonna touch on this real quick. God of War.
Oh, I didn't see the God of War trailer. Is it worth seeing?
Honestly, I don't think so.
Mhm.
I mean, it showed like more combat, but I reached a point where I want to play the game, so I don't need to see any more of it.
Yeah.
So like, I got to that point with Wolfenstein too. You know, they showed, I think I saw one or two trailers or something like that, and then I was like, okay, I'm set. I don't need to see anything else, and I didn't watch anything else, and I'm not gonna watch anything else until I play the game. So, and I think I'm that in that spot with God of War. You know, the new God of War. They set a new scene or plot or whatever you want to call it, and I'm interested in it. It looks good. I don't really want to see anymore because these vertical slices they tend to show might not be a good representation of what the game might be. So any flaws that are shown there or anything that's shown there for the better or worse, I you know I don't want to see it.
Yeah. I'm with you. Like I'm already hyped for it. I don't need to see excuse me. I don't need to see any more of it. So we want to move on.
Yeah,
Like let's talk about Detroit.
sure.
So it looked like they had that Kara character back, the one that was like in the very, 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 very first like short film before Detroit was actually a game.
Yeah, yeah. They showed her.
Yeah, so like they showed her, except like it seems like they're going to like it seems like that short film is not like the game is not continuation of that short film. It's just the game is like the concept of it's based off that short film instead because of the fact that Kara, you know, in that short film she was like let free or whatever kind of, and she wasn't I mean, she was obviously like a maid uh in this trailer, and yeah, angry drunk dad, abusive father.
Yeah,
Like it's
that's
like watching this trailer. It's like the message that they're trying to say is humans are evil.
no. I don't think that's the message necessarily. I think because because Kara's a moment of becoming human is her wanting to save the child because you know their title is Detroit Become Human, so it's like okay, this android or whatever you want to call it, her moment is fighting back against the violence or whatever.
Yeah,
So
and like the trailer basically showed that you could have like 20 different ways of killing the dude.
I guess yeah, I guess that's one way to look at it.
It's like, okay, there's you can run away, but you have these 19 other options to kill the guy.
Yeah.
Violence is the solution. Um, but yeah, you know, it looks like your standard David Cage.
David. Yep.
David Cage. Oh, David Cage. Is that racist? Is that
Because
culturally insensitive?
probably because I mean he's pretty French, but like he's not stereotype French. So
Well, at least I didn't go all Vinny from Giant Beast cast.
what did he do?
It was like, oh, what if we make Blade Runner, but the androids are the good guys?
He's ridiculous.
At that point, it's like, yeah, David Cage did not watch Blade Runner. Have you watched Blade Runner, the original, the OG?
Uh, the original, yeah, I've watched the original. Yeah.
Okay, I just wondering. It's a hard movie to watch.
Um, I,
It's very slow.
it's very slow. Yeah.
That's why
Uh,
it's very hard to watch.
I was in. Sometimes it's difficult for me to watch slow movies. Other times, I could get into I'll get into a mood where I could just completely absorb that type of thing. So luckily that was the type of set of mind I was in when that happened. So
Okay.
anyway,
Yeah. So I mean, most likely this is a game I'll check out because I played like, excuse me, sorry. I played like everything since Fahrenheit, or what was it called? Indigo Prophecy in the United States. I played Indigo Prophecy and um Heavy Rain and Beyond Two Souls, so I'm likely gonna play this too. Might as well.
yeah. I think I might play it. It depends. I'll have to see how the reviews are, because I skipped Beyond Two Souls, so
I think that was a lot better than Heavy Rain.
I kind of liked Heavy Rain. It
I
had
thought,
its clear issues, but I think it was good for its time. I don't
yeah.
think it would. I don't think it'd have aged well, especially after like things like Life is Strange and stuff have come out. So,
Well, I think Beyond Two Souls had a better story,
mhm.
and it kind of like embraced the like supernatural ridiculousness that David Cage likes to use as a Deus Ex Machina to wrap up his storylines.
Mhm.
Um, so yeah, I mean, like it was like from the get go, it's like okay, they're supernatural, so don't complain that there's supernatural stuff. But yeah, I'll check it out. Is there anything else that you want to talk about on here other than Spider Man before we get to Spider Man?
Um,
Because everything else on this list, I don't really care to talk about.
mm, I was gonna say that the episode Ignis DLC. I think I'm kind of excited because I've been wanting to play Final Fantasy 15 again since I haven't really played PlayStation much ever since I built my PC.
Mhm.
Um,
Yeah, I
but
noticed that you haven't been online in over a month and you haven't accepted my friend request,
oh, is that the
or
case?
not friend request, but the other request, the real
Real
yeah
name
real name
request.
request.
Yeah.
Yeah, you never accepted my real name
Oh,
request.
yeah. Um, Mainly just use it for TV. Anyway, so I'm looking forward to getting back into that. Um, Monster Hunter World, I think it was kind of cool to see that it was they have the Horizon uh, Zero Dawn like tie-in, which I think it kind of fits the universe. So I think it's kind of cool. Shadow of the Colossus PS4, yet again another Shadow of the Colossus. This time is an actual proper remake. I think anyone that got the whatever the HD version, they should get a steep discount on this remake because I mean, how many times are you gonna remake this thing?
They're gonna
Um,
remake it for every PlayStation console.
it's
In fact, they're even going to
tired.
demake it for the original PlayStation.
There you go. Yep.
They
I'd,
want
I'd,
they want to make this the face of PlayStation.
I'd play a remake. I'd like to see what that looks like.
It'd be like some big triangles.
The lowest of polygons. Anyway, yeah, we could talk about Spider-Man next.
All right, so Spider-Man, like, uh, I think the last time it was shown off, I wasn't very excited for it. It was like a gameplay trailer, but it looked like a lot of QuickTime events.
Hmm.
And I know in general we usually agree that like, a trailer with gameplay is better than just a story trailer, but I feel like this got me much more hyped for Spider-Man than the gameplay trailer because this looked like it's like um so I watched the Spider-Man Homecoming movie, uh, this past summer, a few months back, and this looks like, another Spider-Man movie, but this time with like way more villains because that's like Kingpin and all like the main guy is like negative, Mr. Negative, who I had to look him up because I wasn't familiar with him, and he seems like he's kind of like Two Face, except like
Hmm.
he transforms. So when he's like regular, he's like a good person, and then when he transforms to Mr. Negative, he's like an evil person with like super strength and super speed.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, so not familiar with that villain, but still, it's like this looks like a as far as the story goes, it looks like movie quality, but with like way more villains than just one villain, and a larger story arc. So because of that, I'm pretty excited for this because I like Spider-Man. I like Spider-Man stories, especially since it looks like this is Peter Parker making decisions and facing his consequences, unlike the Spider-Man Homecoming, which, while it was a very good movie, Peter Parker did not face any of his consequences. Like, I don't know, did you watch that movie?
No, no, I didn't
Okay, so
watch it. So
I'm not going to spoil anything, but it was like a consequence-free Peter Parker, which is not really the Peter Parker we expect, because the whole thing with Peter Parker is like he's a regular teenage kid, and he gains super abilities, and with great power comes great responsibility, and he has to face the consequences for not owning up to his responsibilities.
yeah,
So yeah, I'm
uh,
excited for this. How about you?
I'm excited. I think I'm at a point where I don't want to see any more of this either. So if I do see any more, I think it would be specifically just the open world aspect of it. Like traversal, that type of thing. I don't want to see any more story related stuff.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see what Insomniac does with Spider-Man. Especially since um the Insomniac is known for having like a billion different crazy weapons, and Spider-Man just has web shooters. So it'll be interesting
Hmm.
seeing what they're gonna do with that. When's Treyarch going to make a new Spider-Man game? I mean, they made the best one, Spider-Man the movie 2. When are they gonna make a new one?
I don't know.
I don't know.
Maybe
Anyways,
someone could find it.
anyways, let's anything else from the
Nope.
Paris Games Week?
Nope.
All right, let's before we move on, what one thing that can be great addition to Paris Games Week in Paris or anywhere else in the world?
What? Explain.
DreamHost.
DreamHost.
DreamHost is a web service that offers unlimited storage, unlimited bandwidth, user-friendly, unlimited interface. They're also optimized to use content managers such as unlimited WordPress and many more unlimited features. All those unlimited just for $7.95 US dollars every unlimited month. And if you use the promo code out of continues, that's one word, as if it's unlimited, it'll waive away the setup fee and get you a free domain registration. Unlimited.
That sounds good.
That sounds pretty unlimited to me.
Yeah. Unlimited is always good.
So, one quick announcement is that iTunes, we could use iTunes reviews. Please leave an iTunes review. If you use iTunes, if you have an iPhone, if you have the new iPhone X5 9.2, whatever it is, please leave us a review on there. Open up iTunes, leave a review at the Add Continues page. Or if you can't leave us a review for whatever reason, like you don't have an iPhone, you don't have iTunes, you can still help us out by sharing the podcast with your friends, family, whoever on social media, Facebook, Twitter, Reddit, anything. Just share with somebody, and it's spread the word. Help spread the word of the podcast.
That would be good.
Anyways, let's do some news, some other than what's it called?
Paris Games Week.
Paris Games Week. My screen seems to be going really slow. There it is. All right, let's share this news. All right, so we had BlizzCon this past weekend. and they announced like one thing for basically every game.
Hmm.
Um, New expansion for Hearthstone. We're not gonna go into that because you don't care about Hearthstone. Um, we're not gonna talk about Heroes of the Storm either. I mean, they announced two new characters. Um, Overwatch. You want to talk about Overwatch?
Sure, I'll talk about Overwatch.
All right, so we got a new map, which is Blizzard theme park.
Yep.
We got a new character, Moira,
Yeah, Moira, I think.
who is a DPS healer hybrid. She looks pretty cool. She looks really fun. I mean, like looks similar to Zenyatta, except rather than shooting orbs, she shoots beams.
She looks like a Symmetra Zenny combo.
I suppose.
Not Symmetra. Sorry. Man, what's her name? Sombra, because she's got like the long nails going too,
Oh,
and they both have those like the dark themes and she's got a lot of purple. Well,
well,
Zenny's got the purple and
that's because she's with Talon, the evil organization.
yeah, but like, is Reaper's default skin purple?
It's gray and black
It's very edgy colored, I
and
guess.
edgy.
Yeah.
Anyways, like she shoots beams. She seems like she's a fun character. She seems like uh she's fun because the fact that you can heal and it looks like her attack seems pretty good.
Yeah.
So
I'm still waiting to see how balanced the character is. Some of the moves seem kind of frustrating to say the least. Like if you were to be on the receiving end of it, her healing seems to be extremely powerful as well. She heals just as good as Anna, or whatever you want to call her. But she could heal multiple people at once, with the effect of her spray, and that seems kind of ridiculous. Um,
I still think that they should make a tank healer.
yeah, I think that would be cool.
Yeah, tank heal. Um, but regardless, I think she looks like she's fun.
Yeah,
From the gameplay video, it makes me want to go back to Overwatch. I haven't played it in so long.
I still play it every week. Not as much as I used to, but um, I like being able to pop in and
Like my thing is like if I play with friends, then we end up queuing up against a team full of good people.
yeah,
We're a bunch of people who like rarely play.
yeah.
If I solo queue, then I go and I get queued up with a bunch of scrubs that don't want to teamwork.
I get queued up with pretty high people because I've got the MMR. It's like the multiplayer something ranking. Um, even though I'm relatively low level, it's just like because I've came from PS4. I have the knowledge of how to play the game. I
Mhm.
just have to I just had to adjust to the fact that I was on a PC, and it seems like you know, I'm relatively good for where I'm at. So it'll randomly throw me in with like level 700 or 1200 players, and I'm just like, man, this is rough.
Like I'm like in a every time I play, like I just spiral downward because it's like I keep on queuing up with bad people, which makes
Mhm.
me frustrated and makes me play worse. So I keep
Yeah,
on losing and losing and losing.
yeah. Sometimes I prefer just to play with my by myself, and not to say my friends are bad, but sometimes they get more tilted and angry than I do, and that causes them to fall apart in terms of team
Don't
strategy.
don't
So
tilt the pinball machine.
yeah, exactly. So they'll just like start trickling in and start dying, and they just don't even, like I'll say stick together or whatever, and then they just like, you have to be in a state of mind to be able to just like keep focused and do what you need to do. So sometimes I'll just, instead of getting mad with my friends, I'll just get mad by myself.
So the other stuff they announced for Overwatch is let's see,
There's a new video
yeah, new
thingy.
video for Reinhardt. Like okay, so with all of their videos, I mean Blizzard does a really good job making great looking animations.
Hmm.
Like, you know, Pixar or DreamWorks quality animations.
Hmm.
Um, probably higher quality than DreamWorks. But anyways, uh, the thing is though, like I'm not like in the same boat as everyone else who's like all like, oh, this made me cry. The Bastion's video was so emotional,
Well, that's dumb.
or like Reinhardt's short will make you cry. Like, no, it did not. It definitely did not. In fact, it made me think Reinhardt was um as when he was young, he definitely did not deserve the respect that he received from whoever that was, his father or
I actually didn't watch the video yet, so
oh, well,
I
whoever
still
that,
need to because it's like 8 minutes long. I just need to set some time aside to do it.
like there was some other dude with him, like some mentor figure who I think was his father or something. It didn't really flat say who he is, but like the dude was showing Reinhardt a ton of respect, and like Reinhardt was over cocky, and it's like, man, he Reinhardt does not deserve this dude's respect at all.
It's because his hair was like Hasselhoff.
But yeah, I don't know. Like what I'm basically saying is, a lot of people online they're like, "Oh, they're Blizzard's animated shorts are so emotional," and I'm like, "No, not really.
I
It's
mean,
just
I think they're good for the lore, but
yeah, yeah,
I think some people just put too much, way too much. I don't know. They get too deep about it.
yeah,
Like when the whole like Genji Hanzo one came out, I was like, okay, that's cool. And everyone's like, oh, this is so awesome, this and that. And I'm like, no, it just shows
yeah,
how edgy and it shows how edgy and annoying Hanzo really is.
yeah.
But anyway, yeah, they showed that, and then they also revealed a whole lot of new default skins for Overwatch characters, and I think it's about time because so often they release a bunch of event-based ones, so it's nice to have ones that are just there at all times.
Hmm.
And not to mention the fact that a lot of those skins are really awesome, probably some of the best that they've made so far. And I think, yeah, those are the ones right there.
Trying to see if there's like, oh, yep, not go subscribe. All right, that looks pretty good.
Yeah.
Oh, that's like a World of Warcraft
Yep.
character. Oh, Magni Bronzebeard. So he's an
Yep.
actual World of Warcraft character. Okay.
And
And
then,
Nova
uh,
Widowmaker,
yep, which is,
a StarCraft character, and Zarya Barbarian from Diablo.
mhm,
And oh, that looks really cool. Blackhand Doomfist.
mhm.
Who's Blackhand from?
I'm not sure.
Probably Diablo, maybe. It looks like a Diablo character. And Butcher, Roadhog. I think Butchers are from Warcraft.
I don't know.
Like they're abominations.
Could be.
Crusader Reinhardt, so that's just young Reinhardt. Eco Point May, so this is like from her video,
Yep.
and looks like that's it.
Yeah. I mean, I think they're all really good this time around. So
Yeah. I really like the this Widowmaker because I mean I like StarCraft.
yeah, isn't I mean I'm not too familiar with StarCraft, but isn't that like the same? Uh, I don't know if she's actually in like any of the StarCrafts or not, but StarCraft Ghost or whatever.
Yes,
Is
it's that same character.
that's okay.
She is in StarCraft 2.
Okay.
The the quietly canceled StarCraft Ghost game is Nova,
Okay.
and she is in StarCraft 2.
Okay.
Um, with that said, I mean, unless we have something else with Overwatch to
Mm-mm.
talk about. Yeah, with that said, StarCraft 2 has announcement and it's going to be free to play.
Yeah, I think that's cool.
So basically, like the Wings of Liberty is going to be free.
Mhm.
The first campaign without the expansions, but if you already own Wings of Liberty, then the second expansion, which is Heart of the Swarm, that's free. And they said like if you already own everything, then you'll get something else just to like show your veteran status or whatever.
Yeah.
So I mean that's pretty cool because I mean like if you're into RTS games but you're not into the multiplayer aspect, you can still play the single player campaign of StarCraft. And um Wings of Liberty, I really like that one. I liked it a lot more than Heart of the Swarm. Um I haven't played the other one, the Enter the Void or whatever. Uh but I do have it, but yeah, they're really good campaigns. And do you want to talk about like the Warcraft announcements, or I really don't care about Warcraft, so that's all you.
Isn't aren't they just bringing like a classic version of World of Warcraft now?
I don't know. I didn't even look.
I just saw it was like World of Warcraft Classic, so that's what I figured. I mean, I didn't look into the news. There was a moment where I was all into World of Warcraft, and I am no longer in that moment. So,
All right,
yep, we can move on.
that's it. We have nothing else.
Yep.
That's it. So, anyways, let's wrap up the show. We have no listener feedback for the show, or this episode. So if you want to write in, you can write in at the podcast@africannews.com. And other than that, if you enjoy what you've been hearing, you can support us by liking us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter, leave an iTunes review. You can subscribe to the Google Play Music. You can contact us by email at podcast@africannews.com. You can subscribe to the YouTube channel. It's youtube.com/adcontinues. All those things I just said, that they're on the website. That's www.adcontinues.com. You can give me a tweet at Sayed Stafa. That's at SAYEDSTAFA. And Ali over here has his own Twitter. Tweet.
I am at Phosphor112. That is PHOSPHOR112.
I would like to thank my guest host for joining me today, Ali.
Thank you for having me.
Bonjour.
Bonjour. That means hello.
David Cage.
Oh gosh.
With that said, I'm your host, Stafa. I'll see you guys next week on episode 298. Bye. And if you're watching this on YouTube, click here to subscribe. Click over here for last week's episode, and then click over here for the episode before that.
Okay.